body bags were horror lies.
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
Hey guys, happy Thursday, this is your Fright Chick speaking. Okay, so this week is Witch Week, and I've chosen the 1989 film Warlock. He's a male witch, it counts. I don't have the DVD. I wanted to get some kind of pack if they did one, so I've held out for quite a while, but I think I'm just going to get it because it's an awesome film. Have to see it. Okay, 1989 this came out. I will say before I get into it, there are two sequels to this movie. One in 1993, Armageddon. It was good. And then the other one came out in like 99 and it fucking sucked. So bad. Okay, so back to the original and the decent Warlock movie. So we have Richard E. Grant and I believe Laurie Singer and Julian Sands, the sexy Julian Sands playing Warlock. Okay, so it opens in like Salem witch trial era. Sorry, I'm not American. I don't know your history. But yeah, it's the kind of era when they were like hunting all the witches and stuff. But he's actually a real witch. And Giles Redfern, or Red I think he gets called quite a lot in the movie, Richard E. Grant basically is like a witch finder by trade I think. And they finally captured the Warlock, who is not named in any other way, who's Julian Sands. And they're going to execute him witch-style-y. So they take him up to a little tower I think it is. And they're about to do it, but Satan shows up, conveniently. And he propels him to the 20th century to collect pieces of a grand grimoire which is going to unmake existence by revealing to him God's true name that he can then say backwards, and that's how it works. Now, he gets propelled to the 20th century. Redfern not willing to let his captor go because the warlock actually hurt someone he loved, jumps through the portal as well. We all end up in the 20th century where a girl called Cassandra, who's going about her very stereotypical materialistic life, encounters these two at some point and has a curse put on her by the warlock. Her and Redfern then team up to basically track him down, stop him from doing his thing, and save the planet, or save everybody really. So yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It's kind of a cat and mousey thing, you know. They're chasing him, so we see him doing his witchy stuff, and we see them butting heads a lot because obviously Redfern doesn't know anything about the 20th century, you know, cars and girls and that sort of stuff in these days. He knows nothing. So we see the kind of comic relief happen between the pair of them. And we see the awful evilness of the warlock, because even though he's now in the 20th century, he doesn't seem too fazed by it, people. Yeah, it's a brilliant film. There's some good effects. It was the 80s, so we have to forgive it for that. But yeah, there's a little tidbit I remember reading about quite a while ago, and I looked it up just to make sure I was right about it. But for those of you that have seen this movie, there's a point where the warlock goes to, I guess, just sort of a mediocre psychic, you know, where they sit around the table and do seances, and it's usually fake. And he goes to her, and there's a scene where he channels Satan through her to ask him what to do now, what he's here for. That is actually a reshot scene that we see in the movie with the crystals, and he takes a pair of eyes. The original scene apparently was so crap and got laughed at so much, and I really want to see it. Apparently when Satan gets channeled through her, instead of it being her just talking with a satanic face, she had like, so actually this is great, I'm wearing my SpongeBob top, she had eyes right here. And like prosthetic boobs with eyes in the middle. And everyone found it hysterical, so they had to cut it out. And oh shit, wouldn't that have been great if they'd left that in? That'd be fucking awesome. I would have pissed myself if I'd have seen that. That actually works so well as well. Yeah, so this was it. Imagine this satanic voice coming out going, you have to go here. No, that's perfect. I love it. I'm so happy about that. But yeah. So apparently it didn't do very well at the box office, this movie, but I think it should get quite a lot of recognition. The curse that Cassandra has put on her basically ages her by I think 20 years every day until she retrieves the item that the warlock took from her, a bracelet, and then she can reverse the spell and they can get on a bit faster because she's becoming a very old lady very quickly. I thought the whole prosthetic thing was quite good, like the aging thing, I thought it was great. And then when she tries to you know, take back her life from the Warlock. The whole scene of them running across the train tracks and stuff, that was wonderful. I like Richard E. Grant's performance in this as well. He's I don't really know how to explain his reputation here. I don't know what his reputation's like in America, Canada, wherever else in the world. He's a kooky person. You guys have the Addams Family. You invented that shit. You know what kooky means. Yeah, he's kind of kooky. So watching him in this film, you kind of think, shit, I bet he's like that in real life. Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about Warlock, except for if you liked it, I'd say check out sequel number 1. Maybe not sequel number 2, otherwise it might ruin your love for the whole genre. But yeah, awesome big up to Julian Sands for this film. He does a very great performance as just an evil warlock. He's wonderful. There's a scene in him where he cuts some guy's finger off to get his ring just for like no reason. He just walks over, he's like, I'll have that, thank you. And the guy freaks out. It's good to show me as a kid. Yeah, there's not much else to the plot though. That's it. It's a cat and mouse game. But the things that the Warlock does along the way, like these little spells and things and these concoctions he has to brew up to help himself, are brilliant. They're very awesome to be putting in a horror movie. There's not too much gore in this. It's more about the suggestion of, he's fucking evil, you're out your depth, you've got to try and stop this dude. So yeah, I quite like the thriller aspect of this movie. It's very, very good. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on it. And I'll see you next week, which will be Halloween week. Yay! And my day is Thursday, of course. And on Thursday, I'm off to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show sing-along. So, woohoo for me! Okay, I'll see you next week, guys. Bye.